Across Georgia, local governments struggle with a common challenge: what to do about a big drop in traffic ticket revenue.
Yeah, just a few months before the pandemic hit, the Fox 5i team investigated big ticket towns, communities that relied heavily on traffic fines and fees to balance their budgets. Well, Fox 5i Travis says, in a way, COVID-19 has cost them too.
From midnight to midnight, you can catch a speed at any hour.
Remember Darien Police Lieutenant Anthony Braun? Back in November 2019, he proved to the Fox 5i team that catching speeders was a snap.
We got one at 86.
The coastal city of 2000 routinely patrolled this 4-mile stretch of interstate, ticketing drivers.
I'm gonna cite you for speeding, okay?
Hearing their cases.
Fine of $400 plus $50 court cost.
And making sure they pay their fines before often angrily putting the city in their rearview mirror.
Judge the speed at 85 miles per hour.
I think that they're spending more time out on the interstate than protecting the citizens of Darien.
Before COVID hit, Darien collected $1.5 million in fines and fees, more than half of all their revenues. But that business model can only work when there are people going fast. Last year, the entire world got a lot slower, a lot lonelier.
We certainly thought that fines and fees would drop immediately.
For years, the nonprofit Fines and Fees Justice Center urged governments to not rely so much on traffic money for their budget. Few listened, and then the courts closed. The money dried up.
Is this what you were always fearing might happen?
Yes, this is not a sustainable way of funding government, for sure.
The Fox 5i team examined the current budgets for 13 big-ticket towns in Georgia, those that rely on fines and fees for at least 20% of all their revenues. Since the pandemic, all but 3 have seen big drops in their traffic ticket money. That includes Darien. Instead of $1.5 million, they expect to collect $724,000 in fines and fees, a drop of more than 50%. They had to freeze hiring and raise taxes.
I understand there are a lot of small towns throughout the state of Georgia that rely heavily on their police officers and their ticketing capabilities, but we are not one of those.
Roswell is not on our big ticket town list. Still, their ticket fees are also down, but by nearly $1 million. The city of Atlanta, nearly $6 million. Certainly big hits, but amounts bigger cities can absorb, at least for now.
We're not in a situation here where we go to our police department and say, you fellas need to step it up.
In fact, if the American Recovery Act becomes law, cities across Georgia will get federal dollars to close those budget gaps. According to the House Oversight Committee, Roswell can expect $12 million. Darien, as much as $421,000. That could put everyone back on solid financial footing, just in time for the traffic to kick in to post-pandemic gear.
What's the harm in going back to the way things used to be?
The harm is that we have millions of people around the country who have slipped into poverty, and we have to learn the lessons that we learned after 2008, which is that if you try to raise fines and fees in the midst of this kind of economic crisis, you are trying to get money from people who don't have any.
And basing a budget on people who may not always be there. Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
The FDA